everyone, welcome back to Pullas Academy. This is physics class for research students by Kiran Kumar Adar. Today we are going to discuss part 5 video in kinematics. In this video we will discuss about the kinematic equations for upwards projected body. After that we will discuss some more important parameters. Okay, right. So first we have to understand what is vertically upwards projected body. Okay, so let us discuss about the vertically upwards projected body. After that we have to derive the kinematic equations for upwards projected body. Okay, right. What is upwards projected body? We know what is freely falling body. What is freely falling body? In the previous video already we have discussed. So when a body is dropped freely from certain height, then the body is moving along vertical straight line downwards. So that is called as what? Freely falling body. In the same way, what is vertically upwards projected body? Suppose if you consider this is a ground. Vertically upwards projected body means, suppose this is ground. This is what? Ground. Okay. So from the ground, if you projected any object, this is one object. Okay, this is one ball. If you projected upwards, so then it is moves along this vertical straight line upwards. So that is called as upwards projected body. A body which is projected upwards, so then the body is moving along vertical straight line upwards, that is called as vertically upwards projected body. Okay, in this way it is moves along this vertical straight line upwards. So freely falling body also moves along vertical straight line, but it is moves downwards, it is moves upwards. If any object is moves along vertical straight line upwards, that is vertically upwards projected body. Simple is called. Moves along vertical straight line upwards, that is upwards projected body. Moves along vertical straight line downwards, that is called as freely falling body. That's the difference between upwards projected body and got freely falling body. Okay, in this way we have to project. Now we are going to discuss what are the important parameters for upwards projected body. That's the important. If you know that parameters, by using these parameters we have to construct the kinematic equations or equations of motions for upwards projected body. That's why first we need to discuss about the parameters for upwards projected body. Okay, now must and should concentrate here. If you know these all parameters, every concept for upwards projected body is very easily understood. Okay, right. So for example, if you projected in this way upwards, when you projected means what? Here we applied some external force on this body. That means initially we given some velocity. That is, given velocity at the initial position is called as initial velocity. That means for this upwards projected body's ground is the initial position. At a certain height is the final position. But whereas for freely falling body, at a certain height is the initial position, ground is the final position in this one. So that means here where you projected at the point, the given velocity, if you consider u is the initial velocity. Generally initial velocity indicated by u, the given initial velocity also we consider u is equal to u, or write just u. Okay, right. So when you projected this velocity u, it is moves along this vertical straight line upwards. So that means one of the parameter is what? Initial velocity. Initial velocity. Initial velocity denoted by u. So this is similar to u. Right. Next, after that, listen carefully. When you projected this body, so when it is moves along this vertical straight line upwards, its velocity is decreases. Okay, why it is decreasing? So for example, when reached to the maximum height, suppose this is maximum height. So when it reaches to the maximum height, its velocity is 0. Okay, now, so actually when it reaches to the maximum height, which is considered as maximum height for upwards projected body, where its velocity becomes 0 on its traveling path, that height is called as maximum height. So maximum height is a certain height at which height velocity becomes 0, that is called as maximum height. That means here velocity is u, here velocity is 0. That means when gradually velocity decreases, finally velocity becomes 0. That means velocity decreases with the time, that is called as retardation or negative acceleration. Here also, here we applied some external force upwards, so but here gravitational force is acting downwards, so the resultant force is acting on the body. Due to the resultant force, here this velocity is decreases, because here one force is acting downwards, one is upwards, so that's why finally velocity is decreases. So then here we have to understand this uniform acceleration, it is also under the influence of gravitational force is acting, so that's why its acceleration we have to consider minus c. Why write minus z? Velocity decreases with time, that is negative acceleration, already explained in the previous classes also. When velocity increases with time, that is positive acceleration. Velocity decreases with time, negative acceleration. So when velocity is constant, acceleration is 0. When velocity is changes, it has acceleration. So in this case, velocity increases with time, that having positive acceleration. Velocity decreases with the time, the body having negative acceleration. So for upwards projected body, gradually velocity decreases with time. From this concept understood, that's why always understood A is equal minus z. Okay, now z is called as acceleration due to gravity. Why? Because this upwards projected body also in the uniform acceleration. This uniform acceleration getting by this body due to the gravitational force, that's why this acceleration is considered as small g. But why write negative sign? Because velocity decreases with time, or one more point, it moving upwards but gravitational force acting downwards, both are in the opposite direction, that's why here using the negative sign. So that's the point. That's why here important point is acceleration. Acceleration A is equal to consider minus is the second important point. Okay, next one more point here. This is the first parameter, second one, and third one is, for example, this is the displacement. So when it is reached to the maximum height, velocity 0. Otherwise, if you consider one instant of position, this is not final position, this is not maximum height, so this is certain height h, this so the travel distance is equal to h. That means here displacement is equal to h. This is one instant of position, this is ground, this is instant of position, this is the maximum height, but where it reaches to a certain height, its velocity consider as v. So that's why for upwards projected body at a certain height, here listen to me, this is a point, at a certain height, at a certain height, velocity is equal to that velocity v is similar to v. That's the point. But otherwise here at a maximum height, one more important point, at a maximum height, what is velocity? At maximum height, velocity v is equal to 0. That's the difference, don't confuse. When reached to the maximum height, velocity is 0, but at any certain height, velocity is not 0, that velocity is v. But this velocity v is less than this velocity. Why? Because gradual velocity is decreases from this value, understood? That's why this velocity is less than u. In this way you have to understand. This is about one more important parameter. Next, one more parameter here, what is displacement of this body? Displacement always for upwards projected body also measures in terms of height. Okay, for vertical motion, displacements are measures in terms of height. Height nothing but displacement here. If for uniform motion, that is displacement. For vertical motion means for upwards projected body or freely falling body, this displacement measures in terms of height. Don't confuse, instead of displacement write h. Okay, no? And one more point, when reaches to any point, that taken time if you consider t, that is t. So one more point here, the taken time to reach a certain height, is t, or it reaches to maximum height if you consider any time that is t. So time t is equal t. So these all are the important parameters for upwards projected body. I hope you understood. Initial velocity is not 0 u, acceleration is minus c. Okay, now at a certain height velocity v, at a maximum height velocity is 0. The displacement of this upwards projected body when reaches to certain height is small h. When reaches to maximum height, displacement is considered as capital H. Don't confuse. Okay, according to the question, we have to substitute maximum height. When reaches to maximum height, that is capital H. When reaches to certain height, that is small h. I consider any letter, there is no problem. And the taken time I consider t. These all are the parameters. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the kinematic equations for this upwards projected body. This is very important. So now very easily understood if you know these all parameters. Listen carefully. First we are going to discuss first kinematic equation. First kinematic equation. This is also called as first equation of motion. So actually we know that the first kinematic equation for uniformly accelerated body. What is the formula? That is v is equal u plus at is the formula. Okay, na? But we need expression for vertically projected body. For vertical projected body, here the initial velocity u is equal to u, and final velocity v is equal to v. Suppose it reaches to small height h, and the acceleration is equal to minus z, and this taken time I consider small t. Okay, if you substitute these all values in the equation, you get the first kinematic equation, that is v is equal to u, v is equal to substitute v, u is equal to substitute u, a is equal to substitute what? Minus g. Instead of a, substitute minus g into t. Okay, now simplify this equation. V is equal to u plus into minus minus gt is the formula. This is called as first kinematic equation. What is first kinematic equation for vertically projected body? V is equal to u minus gt. V is equal u minus gt is the first kinematic equation. In this way you have to understand. Clear? Right. Now we are going to discuss second kinematic equation. Okay, listen to me. Second kinematic equation. So already we know the second kinematic equation for uniformly accelerated body. That equation is what? What is that equation? That is s is equal ut plus half at square. This equation stands displacement of a body in a total given time. So we need for upwards projected body. Here also for upwards projected body, known values are u is equal to u and a is equal to minus g. Suppose reaches to certain height h, then displacement is h. And what one more expression? What is the taken time? That is t. If you substitute these all values in the given equation, instead of s write small h, u instead of u write u, instead of t write t. Same. Next place of a instead of a write minus d into t square. Then it is similar to ut plus into minus minus of gt square is the formula. This expression stands the maximum height. This expression stands h is equal ut minus of gt square. This is second kinematic equation for upwards projected body. This is certain height, this is initial velocity, this is the time, small g is the acceleration due to gravity is a known value. Okay, if you know what is initial velocity, what is taken time, then understand what is reaching height when you projected with some velocity. Okay, now just u and t is giving, asking h. Use this second kinematic equation, find out the certain height reached by this upwards projected body. Okay, now so these are the first and second kinematic equation. Now we are going to discuss third kinematic equation. The third kinematic equation is already we know for uniformly accelerated body, that is v square minus u square is equal to as is the formula. So here also for a upwards projected body, these all are the parameters. Already we have discussed these all values. Now substitute in the formula. Instead of u, instead of v substitute v square minus u square is equal to into, instead of a right, minus d. Instead of s, what is displacement? Suppose reaches to small height h, then h is equal, substitute h. This is the formula. That means v square minus u square is equal, this is similar to minus 2z, h is the formula. This equation stands third kinematic equation for upwards projected body. In this way you have to understood. So one more point here. For example, when it is reaches to the maximum height, what is third kinematic equation? Instead of v, substitute 0, then 0 square minus u square is equal minus 2gh. This minus minus cancel, then you get u square is equal 2gh. Is the third kinematic equation when reaches to the maximum height. Otherwise it reaches to any certain height, so then use this formula. Otherwise reaches to maximum height, use this formula. That's the difference. So for maximum height, that height we consider capital H, then right here u square is equal 2gh is the formula. Okay, now in the same way we will discuss fourth kinematic equation. We know that fourth equation is in the nth second, Sn is equal to u plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. This is fourth kinematic equation for upwards projected body. Uniformly accelerated body. For upwards projected body, u is equal to u, a is equal minus z. Here Sn is equal to hn. This time, this particular time we consider indicated by n. Here also we consider n. Substitute these all values, you get hn is equal, u write as it is, a is equal to write minus z, that means minus g by 2 into 2n minus 1. After simplification you get hn is equal u plus into minus minus, that means minus g by 2 into 2n minus 1. This is called as fourth kinematic equation for upwards projected body. So these all are the kinematic equations or equations of motions for upwards projected body. I hope you understood. Just you know these all parameters, substitute in the kinematic equation for uniformly accelerated body, you get every equation. If you don't know the equation directly, this is the procedure to derivate the first, second, third, fourth kinematic equation for upwards projected body. That's why we have to understood in this concept oriented. In this, if you know this procedure, if asking any question at the time of situation, you will derivate the equation. After that, substitute in the equation, you get it. Sometimes the expressions is not recognized directly. If you know the procedure, then you get it. That's why I want to explain this procedure also. Okay, now we are going to discuss some important expressions for upwards projected body. Some more important parameters for upwards projected body. In the previous ECET exam, the most of the questions repeated from this area. Okay, now you have to concentrate here on upwards projected body. Sometimes asking on the maximum height, sometimes asking on time of ascent, time of descent, sometimes time of flight, sometimes asking striking velocity. These are the previous repeated area. Okay, now so these all are the important, some more important parameters for upwards projected body and freely falling body. Okay, now first we are going to discuss about the maximum height. What is maximum height? Already I explained. For example, this is the ground. Okay, one body is projected upwards. Suppose it moving along vertical straight line upwards, and gradually velocity decreases at a certain height. The velocity becomes 0. Where its velocity becomes 0, that height is considered as a maximum height. That displacement is considered as maximum height. That is denoted by capital H or sometimes indicated by H max. Max means maximum. Okay, now so this is, now we are going to derive the expression for maximum height. So it is for upwards projected body, initial velocity is u, final velocity is 0. For upwards projected body, a is equal minus c, displacement is h maximum. So here substitute these all values in the third kinematic equation, you get the expression. In this derivation, actually what is maximum height if from this point understood. So at a certain height the velocity of upwards projected body is 0. That certain height is called maximum height. Okay, so in the derivation first we have to recognize third kinematic equation for uniformly accelerated body. V square minus u square is equal to 2as. In this equation for upwards projected body, u is u, v is equal when reaches to maximum height velocity is 0. For upwards projected body, a is equal to always minus z. The displacement is similar to we consider maximum height. That's why here consider h max. These all are substitute in the equation. So instead of v substitute 0. 0 square minus u square is equal to 2 into a is equal to, right, minus z into h max is the formula. That means minus u square is equal to minus 2z h max is the formula. So this minus and this minus is cancelled. Remaining is u square is equal to 2z h max is the formula. But asking maximum height, write as a subject h max. What is the formula here? U square by 2z. This is a very important expression here, asking different questions in the previous exam. So h maximum is equal to u square by 2z is the formula. U is the initial velocity, g is the acceleration due to gravity. This h maximum only depending upon initial velocity and acceleration due to gravity from this equation. That means h max is directly proportional to u square. H max is inversely proportional to acceleration due to gravity. So this is about the maximum height. Now we are going to discuss one more parameter. So that is called as time of ascent. What is time of ascent? That's denoted by TA. So listen carefully. Time of ascent stands if you projected one body upwards, then reaches to the maximum height, it takes some time. That taken time is time of ascent. So here we consider TA. That means the taken time to reach the maximum height by upwards projected body is called as time of ascent. This total taken time is time of ascent. Okay, now so if you want to the expression for time of ascent, in this way we have to derive it. So from the first kinematic equation, v is equal to u plus at is the formula. Here this is also this parameter is this parameter about the upwards projected body. For upwards projected body, u is equal u, but when reaches to the maximum height velocity 0. For upwards projected body, a is equal minus g, and what is taken time here, t is equal consider TA. If you substitute these all in the equation, you get a expression. V is equal to substitute 0, u is equal to substitute u, a is equal to substitute minus d, t is equal to substitute TA. Okay, this is the formula. That means here 0 is equal to u plus into minus gTA is the formula. Then minus gTA is shifting, then plus gTA is equal u is the formula. Next TA is equal formula is what? U by G is the formula. So this expression stands time of ascent, TA is equal to U by G is the expression. Okay, now so and time of ascent is directly proportional to initial velocity. Time of ascent inversely proportional to the acceleration due to gravity. Actually small g at a given place constant, that's mainly depending upon the initial velocity. Directly proportional means initial velocity increases, time of ascent increases, decreases. So this is about the time of ascent. Now we are going to discuss about the time of descent. Okay, the time of descent stands the taken time to reach the ground by freely falling body. That is time of descent. When one body is dropped from certain height, it reaches to the ground, then it takes some time, that is time of descent. This is for freely falling body. That's why initial velocity is 0. Acceleration is called plus g. This taken time is time of descent. Velocity, final velocity is v. This travel displacement is h. Okay, no? So use the second kinematic equation. S is equal to ut plus half at square. Then here we have to substitute, instead of u is equal to 0, a is equal to plus j, s is equal to h, t is equal to td. Substitute in the equation where s is equal to h, the u is equal to 0 into td plus half g td square. Then h is equal to half gt square. So we need expression for td. Write as a subject td square. This half g shifting into left side, then 2h by j. Write as a subject td, that is under root of 2h by j. This is an important expression. This expression stands time of descent. So time of descent always measures in terms of height, because for freely falling body known value is height. It is dropped from certain height. That's why height is giving, asking time of descent, use this formula measure. But here understood one point, time of descent depending upon the maximum height. We know the expression for maximum height, td is equal to 2 into h stands maximum height equation is u square by 2z by z is the formula. Here this 2 to cancel, so then final under root to u square by this g shifting, you get g square. So that means u by g whole square, square root cancel, finally you get u by z. This is td, that means td is equal to u by g stands ta, that means time of ascent and time of descent is always similar. Okay, when you projected one body upwards, it takes suppose if you know the time to it reaches to the maximum height, it takes some time. If this body coming from the same height, it take in the same time it reaches to the ground. There is no difference. It is coming from the same height. The taken time to reach to the ground is same. That means time of ascent, time of descent always similar. So that's the reason. So that's why one more parameter you have to understood, that is time of flight. What is the parameter? Time of flight. That's denoted by capital T. This total taken time is time of flight. That means time of flight is called time of ascent plus time of descent. The sum of these two times is time of flight. Time of ascent is u by g. Time of descent also u by g. That means u total is for 2u by g. This is very important expression. Here previous repeated. Time of flight is equal to 2u by c. Time of flight also directly proportional to the initial velocity. These two are constants, that's why. So these are the parameters. One more parameter, striking velocity of freely falling body. Suppose dropped from here, when it reaches to the ground with velocity v, what is expression for v? So it is derivated by the first kinematic, it is derivated by the third kinematic equation, v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Okay, now so for a freely falling body, u is equal to 0, v is equal to v, a is equal to plus g, and s is equal to height. Substitute these all, v square minus 0 square is equal to 2 into z into h is the formula. That means v square is equal to 2zh. Then v is equal to under root of 2zh. This is a formula for striking velocity in terms of height. Sometimes striking velocity asking in terms of time, that is v is equal to gt. This is first kinematic equation for freely falling body. This is third kinematic equation for freely falling body. These two equations indicates the striking velocity of freely falling body. So these all are the important parameters for this upwards projected body and freely falling body. So concentrate on these all equations. If any question is asking, you have to attempt very easily. In this class, important equations are kinematic equations for upwards projected body. First kinematic equation, v is equal to u minus gt. Second one is h is equal to ut minus half gt square. Third equation, v square minus u square is equal to minus 2gh. Fourth equation, hn is equal to u minus d by 2 into 2n minus 1. Next, after that we have derivated maximum height, that is h max is equal to u square by 2z. Time of ascent for freely falling body is u by z. Time of descent for freely falling body td is equal to under root of 2h by z. Next, time of flight is 2u by z. And what is striking velocity of freely falling body? V is equal to under root of 2gh. or V is equal gt. These all are the important equations for upwards projected body. Now we are going to discuss previous ESET model questions related to the upwards projected body. The first question repeated in ESET 2020 AP paper. The question: a particle is projected vertically upwards with a speed of 40 meter per second. Then the velocity of the particle 2 seconds before it reaches the maximum height is, within the bracket given taken small g is equal 10 meter per second square. Within the bracket small g is equal given 10, you have to substitute 10. Otherwise, in all cases, we have to substitute 9.8. So that's an important precaution here. So here given values are, one is it is projected with this velocity. That means initial velocity is given 40 meter per second. So after 2 seconds is asking before reaching the maximum height. That means while moving upwards asking velocity 2 seconds, and small g is given 10 meter per second square. What is asking here? Velocity at 2 seconds is asking. Velocity in terms of time, use the first kinematic equation. Velocity in terms of height, use the third kinematic equation. So for upwards projected body, that's why what is the formula here? So we have to use first kinematic equation. V is equal to u minus gt. U is given 40, g is given 10, time is given 2 seconds. That means 40 minus 20. Answer is what? 20 meter per second. After 2 seconds, what is velocity? 20 meter per second. Sorry, here not second square. It is asking velocity in meter per second. This is also meter per second, meter per second, meter per second. That's the first option is correct. The next question is repeated in ESET 2016 TS paper. The initial velocity of a body projected upwards from the ground reaches maximum height of 10 meter is, within the bracket given small g value is 9.8. So initial velocity is asking. What are the given values here? Given value is maximum height. H max is given 10 meters. And one more given value is small g 9.8 meter per second square. What is asking? Initial velocity. What is the formula for maximum height here? For upwards projected body, H max is equal, known formula is here already I explained, that is u square by 2z. So then u is asking, write as a subject u square, that is 2z into h max. Substitute now these all values. 2 into z value is 9.8, h max is given 10 meters. If you simplify, then it is similar to this point. 10 is cancelled. 98 2s is what? 196. U square is equal. U is equal. So what is the answer here? Under root of 196. 196 times what? 14 meter per second. Its initial velocity is what? 14 meter per second is a suitable answer. Just you know the maximum height formula, you get it. This question is repeated in 2016 TS paper. So one more question is also repeated in 2016 TS paper. Simple question. If a body is projected vertically up with a velocity u and acceleration due to gravity small g, then time of flight. What is the expression for time of flight? So that is time of flight is equal to u by c. That's which is correct. Second option is correct. Okay, now these are the different questions related to the upwards projected body. You have to concentrate like these questions. You have then very easily attempt in the exam. Okay, thank you. Bye. Have a nice day.